Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. At the bus stop and whatnot with some blunts in my lunchbox. Enough stock to last the whole show. Got a whole packed road. The place about to go, better keep your glass cold. Now jump in, meet my other friends. Big respect, gotta show love to them. You wouldn't believe who the bumping in. Why you looking like that? You coming in? Anyway, this is Matt, that's Steve. What a rich dandy. There's Jason, there's Rob, and that's the other Steve. This the whole damn team, the whole stampede. Welcome to the show. Go ahead and speak. Make yourself at home. Here, take a seat. Let your mind free. Hit a little tree. Take a little drink. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. Jump in the ride. On the bus, we gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to.
Welcome to show 81, boys. How we doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Woo! Hello, he's here. Woo! We'll get the business out of the way here. Like, share, subscribe. We'd like to thank Habits, Glass, and Goodies. They have kept us moving here for almost a year now, so we're definitely thanking them and Thirst Trap Mobile Wellness for keeping us hydrated and keeping me losing some weight anyway, too.
Yeah, we got to talk to those guys here soon. It's August now, so they should have other.
Oh, yeah. That's right. They're doing that.
Yeah.
They definitely got the Botox
They're
for you.
starting the TRT.
Oh, yeah, that's what I need, Botox.
They're starting the TRT and all the hormone stuff. So, yeah, we're going to.
Gotta inquire.
You're getting old. Like, we had this talk. We're like the Hymns, target audience. We're also thirst traps, so it worked out.
Yeah,
shout out.
That. Yeah, we did. We actually talked about that.
The Hymns target audience isn't that like ED and shit? Like
all the stuff.
fucking,
they do hair growth.
Yeah, we're getting that old.
Yeah,
you get a little fucked up. Sometimes.
Stupid. All right, so what we got today is we got Jay Influential and Justin Strasso from Nice Enough Entertainment, Decent Dogs, and Almost Dope Apparel.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Thanks for coming, guys.
So Jay,
thanks for having us.
Welcome to the show. Straw's
you.
been here a couple times, and
Thanks for having me back.
oh yeah, you're always welcome at the table, bro. But so how old of a guy are you?
I'm 25.
Man, that would be nice.
We're just here to shame you about your age.
Yeah,
the whole
okay.
time.
What I do to be
Nothing new here.
He's gonna start hitting us with senior jokes, though.
25. 25. You were in Phoenix.
Yeah, that's probably
Fucking
just getting ready to come back.
Those were good days, man.
Yeah,
Good days.
I used to ride.
I'm having okay days. I like
Yeah.
my days.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out the days.
Yeah,
all that matters.
think about that in 20 years and be like, oh, we were sitting in the basement at Longmouth Shut Thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was riding a motorcycle through the mountains really fast, stupid fast.
God, I can't stand driving through the mountains. It scares the fuck out of me.
Doing it like 110. It's
No.
even more retarded.
I'm out.
I was an adrenaline guy. I didn't have much respect for life. I was just, so it was,
Yeah, when you were fun.
let's go fast and drag these in the corners.
Straw's done it in the middle of the night in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Coming back from, where were we? Winter Park. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we decided to drive home after a show at 2 a.m. from Winter Park, which is like a 9-hour drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were trying to beat a storm, which drove us right into it. It was awesome. I love it.
Good times.
I've almost killed Jay a few times.
Yep.
We're here though.
They make good stories.
Yeah. So, what do you do for work to support the dream?
I am a project manager or a sales guy, so I sell for insurance companies for roofs and stuff. If it hails, I'll come and knock on your door, bother you,
Okay.
let me get on the roof, talk to you about that kind of shit. So
All right. Well, at least you're a decent, human being. You seem like you could be personable. I bet you can sell some roofs.
yep, I certainly try. It's got to hail for us to sell roofs. It hasn't hailed much this year. It's been a bit of a slow year, but
Yeah.
once it gets going for
Yeah.
sure.
I hope it doesn't. I can't afford a roof.
As a homeowner, I agree with you.
So how long have you been into music?
Seriously, let's say I used to say it was 10 years, but now that was from 5 years ago. I was saying that, so probably 14 or 15 years.
Okay.
2011, 2012. My years are probably off a little bit, but is when I really seriously started. I've always been a hip hop fan, rapping fan, music fan in general, but Around that time, I really started writing, not seriously writing, but just like actually writing things down and listening to beats and stuff like that. Then in 2015, I really started actually taking it serious, getting into like high school and stuff. Other people are thinking it'd be cool to take it serious. So that's when it really started getting going and taking off. So
Okay. Do you know what it was that gave you the love of music? You know, was it mom or dad singing all the time, or?
I'm the only musical one in my family, blood related. I have a stepbrother named Tyler, and he did music at a younger age. So that was kind of inspiring for me. But as far as anybody else, I'm the only musical one in my family. My dad was always listening to Angry or Eminem, or like I was telling you guys before, dad rock, stuff like that. So I'm well versed in all that early 2000s, any genre of music, basically. So
Yeah.
The music wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. We were talking about that a little bit before the show.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're well versed.
Yep.
I certainly tried.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So when you're doing are you doing the production of your music too, or are you
So that
putting that out?
that's something that I want to learn this year, but no production yet. I do want to learn how to make beats A to Z. It's just a way bigger process than I would have thought it would be. No, I am working with local producers I met online, stuff like that. But as far as writing, I write all my own stuff. I do rough recordings at the house. I'm not much of a mix and master engineer myself. Go to various locations around Omaha. Shout out Make Believe Recordings, Icon One, those kind of studios. So
Yeah. Totally. If you got somebody that you're working with, feel free to shout them out.
yeah, absolutely.
We support Omaha, support Nebraska here. So
Right.
If you had to pick 3 songs to point a new listener towards,
Oh man,
what would you?
super good question. About It. That's a classic. I love About It. Headspace is the new one, and that's super dope. So I'd point people there. Any project off of Surprise, I'd say, or any song off of Surprise, I'd say you can go choose any one of those. I really hold those to a high standard.
You have a album titled "The Wolf We Feed."
Yep.
I love that title.
Yeah.
I love the artwork on it.
Thank you.
I know it's kind of basic artwork, but
Yeah.
I love life is the wolf we feed, dude.
Right. The metaphor behind it, for
Yes.
sure.
Yes, I love that. So I guess kind of where did your inspiration come from? That is it life? Is it?
Yeah, it definitely was life. I hold The Wolf We Feed as probably one of my most important albums in a stance of where I was when I was writing it. My mom had just gotten diagnosed with cancer right around that time that we were finishing writing it, recording it, stuff like that. So I was going through all that heavy stuff at the time. It actually released the day after she passed away. So I could probably give you a song and like remember specifically what was going on, what was happening. So I hold The Wolf We Feed to that kind of podium for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I listened to it all the way through today, and I was a fan of that album.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the one we were listening to.
No, we were listening to a Rage or something.
Yeah, Rage probably
Oh,
popped
yeah,
on
that's right,
after.
that's right.
Yeah.
Rage is probably Wolf We Feed is amazing. But if you look at Rage and realize he was like 16, 17
Right.
years old when he was writing that
Yeah.
one
Oh, yeah.
too.
I didn't even realize. I didn't
No,
realize that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I was a bit on the young side when Rage came out.
Now that you put an age to it, 16,
Yeah.
17. But
It's
Yeah,
a
that was-
Talking, talking all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what
It's a
I'm
little
saying?
dope.
Like,
Yeah, I was probably 17, 18. I think this released right around the time that I was graduating. I graduated in 2018. So, but yeah, I was doing I worked for a mosquito company at that time. So just driving around and spraying. So I was just listening to beats in the truck all day. Just had my headphones in. That is the best time, as unsafe as that sounds. That's the best time for me to write music, is driving around by myself, long drives, going and looking at stuff, just being by myself, listening to beats in the car specifically. So
yeah, some of my favorite of your Facebook videos and stuff like that.
Right.
Are you in the car rapping,
Yep.
or fishing on the side of a lake, something like that. Just I don't know, dude. It seems real natural, and those are I've enjoyed streaming through those in your profile.
thank you.
So,
Combining two of my favorite hobbies, fishing and rapping.
hey, that's decent, man. You can sit out on a lake and write raps all day fishing.
This is true. Like I said, I there's something about writing in the car. I don't know what it is about writing in the car specifically. I have a whole setup at home, a couple $1,000s in the pot as far as building that little setup at home. But I'll just go sit in the car and write or anything like that. just
It's relaxing,
Yeah.
just getting out and, I don't know, just seeing whatever wherever you're at, just kind of, just putting it all together.
right, finding
Yeah,
inspiration through
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And is it all? I mean, are you just pulling it out of the day to day life, the inspiration, or you got?
I get inspired a lot by like topics or like beat names or stuff like that. Like if you can give me a topic or give me like 5 topics to write about that day, I'll probably be more successful than just trying to pull something out of my head.
Okay.
So I get inspired by beats themselves, the way they sound, or just like the names of them themselves.
Okay.
Big imagination, kid.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. So I guess are you working on anything currently?
Here and there. I think if I had to give it a body, I'd say I think I have 2 projects that I'm working on right now. Kind of maybe we have a skeleton and a little bit of flesh on it, but we don't have no skin on it yet. It's kind of, I'd say 40% there. It's probably 60% writing on both albums, but nothing, like I said, engineered or recorded yet. We're getting to that point.
Yeah.
So.
But you've been focusing on life, and
Yep.
sometimes you got to do it, dude.
True. I used to be able to write, a song a day, maybe 2 songs a day back when I was driving around doing that. I can't really keep up with myself on that pace anymore. I'll probably write a song a week, maybe a song every 2 weeks, because I'm really trying to, not that the old stuff was that filler. Some of it was filler, I'll be honest there, but I really want the next batch of songs, whatever the case may be, to really have meaning behind it and a story. I'm very big like story album guy. If we talk about like concepts and stuff like that, I really want it to be something like that rather than, hey, here's 11 songs that,
Right.
I recorded at the same time. They sound the same, pretty cohesive. Let's put them out and put them together. I want to actually have, skits and thoughts and ideas and different sounds and all kind of cohesively made by maybe 1 or 2 producers tops, rather than like, hey, I know 11 people that all made these different beats. I want it to all kind of cohesively go together.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you have a plan. It's just
Yep.
some time.
It's a big plan for
Yeah.
sure.
No, that's all right, dude. It starts with a plan, though.
True.
I mean, so no like timeline, or I want to have it out in 26 or.
No, I'm thinking this year or the remainder of the year, I'm trying to put out a song a month just to kind of get the vibe back up, the drive back there, kind of get more inspired again to be releasing things into the wild and seeing them grow. I just can't. I have a big vault and I don't, want to have these sitting around forever. So they'll just collect dust with me. I'd rather somebody else who hasn't heard the song 1,000 times in their headphones get to listen to it and be like, oh, this is super dope, because I'll just psych myself out if I just let it sit.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time going through some of the music and
Yeah.
just.
Oh,
do
yeah.
I do this or not?
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of it's unfinished and stuff like that, whether it's through mixing or I need to go back and re-record stuff. So in that case, I'd probably almost always restart and just re-record the whole thing, just as like an updated sound, kind of like a
Sure.
remaster or something like that.
All right. Do you have any shows coming up here?
Yes, we have a show coming up at Waiting Room on September 5th, Strawstone.
Yep.
September 5th, Edge of Legendary Showcase, Episode 1, or Showcase 1. So pop out for that. It's going to be a ton of dope local artists on there. I can't name everybody off the top of my head. Eddie North, Bucky P, Forrest, Sully, Elijah Chandler. Did I miss anybody besides myself?
I believe you got him.
Okay, yeah.
Six.
Shout out. Pull up September 5th, Waiting Room Lounge.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
I think this will be out after that, but I'll cut you short and send it to you.
Yeah.
He'll have another show coming up.
Yep. We got some stuff working on.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, though.
It's
Yep.
been a big goal to get Jay back enjoying music and painting or writing his story kind of the way he wants to. So
Yep.
And I tell you, man, it takes a lot of guts to kind of share your story,
Right.
but that's what I'm trying to hear.
Yes.
The story and the music. I don't.
That is refreshing sometimes to hear from somebody else, because I struggle a lot with like a lot of the stuff I'm working on now is rather emotional. I'm not going to say that these are bangers we're playing in the club by any
Yeah.
fucking means. So I struggle with feeling like these sounds are too repetitive, or like people aren't going to vibe with this because we're not in here dancing. We could be dancing, but we'd probably be crying at the same time.
Yeah,
So
right.
I've been struggling with that a lot, but I'm I'm actively working on trying to rewire my brain to not give a shit about that.
Yeah.
People, like what you just said, people are going to want to hear that
Yeah.
storytelling, the more deeper stuff like that. So there's a market out there. You just have to find it.
To me, it's the ones that really have meaning behind it when it's got a conception. It's been thought about.
Me
you
too.
Can tell.
Yep, absolutely. Ones that send like shivers up your arm,
Yeah.
like those are immediately like I'm saving this one.
That's what I want to hear. And honestly, when I remember when I first like found the Feed the Wolf, the title gave me chills, and I like the intro. I
Yeah.
had, the chills kind of through it, and I was like, this is gonna be dope. And
Yep, I like that album a lot. I also have a hard time. Minus surprise, no pun intended. Shout out to Minus. I have a hard time following up the Wolf We Feed because I hold it to such high standard like that. So that's been a big struggle for me. But we're working on it.
it's hard when you're fighting yourself about
Right.
your own art.
Yeah.
I get it. The struggling artist, it's the comedians too. You know what I mean?
There's a reason we do this, There's a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people more, kind of the route that you're going. I think, well, I don't know. You guys know the music business better than I do, but people relate to feelings more than.
True, and there's probably a lot larger of an audience that would relate to that than I'm really thinking. But it's just like the paralysis through analysis. I'm like
Right.
thinking about it too much.
Right.
So
As things get more, not to make this an AI conversation, but like, you can't tell the stories that you have and the emotions that you felt, and like if you're in the business of making like club bangers and shit right now,
Right.
your job might be a little bit shaky. But
Yeah.
if we're storytelling and we're giving the raw, like people are going
That's
to
true.
crave that more and more. The more generic everything else gets. I
You know,
think.
the older I
a lot
get-
of truth to that.
The older I get, I catch myself going back to more like old school country. Just to get that story, the feeling.
Right.
It's
Or-
a genuine vibe
Right.
to me.
Right.
But,
Right.
I want to hear stuff that makes me feel something. And I watch a movie, I like movies that make me feel something,
Right.
I probably get too into the movies. The kid gets kidnapped in the whole movie. I'm like ready to fight the TV and shit.
Oh,
right now.
If the dog dies in the movie, don't turn that fucking movie on. How about that? I swear to God.
John Wick showed us.
Dad,
that.
would-
Yeah, straight up. I will turn it.
What was that one movie? Marley and Me.
Oh my goodness.
By-
I've watched that once in my life and still to this day remember like never wanting to watch this movie
Yeah,
again.
my
How sad
daughter,
that
my
was.
daughter bawled her fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
For I remember just having to hold it after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fucking.
I'm such a dog.
It just shows that people, emotionally connect with certain stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
I got 3 St. Bernards. I love them motherfuckers to
Yeah.
death.
Bro,
Oh
we got
man.
big
Yeah.
hairy dogs.
We probably got 300 pounds total of dogs in the house. That's it. 2 of them are 100 pounds, but Hank's 190. He's our big male. So
holy shit!
he
Wait, more than you, Rob?
Wait, yeah.
he loves everybody. But if you come in the house unannounced, he will probably try to fuck you up. So.
Yeah.
But he's a big
That's
goofball.
his
Fucking
No
job.
thanks.
Yeah,
for
that
dinner.
is his job. This morning it was like 8:30 in the morning. Rachel had just left for work, and he's up there barking his head off, like in a more aggressive tone. So I ran up there immediately. Someone just walking their little dog by. I'm like, dude, you're 200 fucking pounds. Quit that shit out. Like they're not coming in the house.
Right. Nope. Yeah. I got one dog I gotta occasionally put in the kennel because she's a little, barky. Or
I think I met her when we walked past upstairs. Or whose dog is that upstairs?
This is Danny's.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Danny's house. That's Maggie. She used to get beat.
Okay, yeah, this is
They
understandable that she
rescued
reacts like
her,
that.
and it took her a while to get used to me
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm in and out of here every day.
For sure.
It took her a little while, but she's better with me. But it's.
I'm not scared of dogs. She certainly made me jump, though, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Oh yeah. But
Maggie will make you jump for sure.
there's some people that go around to the back door just because they don't want to have to deal with her, which I get.
Yeah.
And she can be a little aggressive, but it sounds, mostly she's kenneled up when we bring people in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about anything. But she is a good dog. She's super sweet when she's
Oh, yeah.
when she's not feeling threatened.
Right. And I understand that 100%.
Aren't we all?
Right.
Makes sense.
Right. So where is everybody going to be able to find you?
Any and all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Pandora, iHeartRadio. I ain't turned that app on in forever, but still iHeartRadio. Anywhere that you can play music, you can find it.
I haven't figured out how to get on Apple Podcasts yet. I need to figure that out.
That'd be sick.
80 some shows.
Yeah.
Just smash on there. That'd be sick.
That would be cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we're
Someday.
on every, yeah, more stuff for you guys to work on.
Yeah, I got the list, dude. We have picked up recently business wise. So it's welcomed. It is welcome.
Right.
Right.
But I've got lists of things that need to be done. In
Sure.
a couple days next week. So
For sure.
yeah, but that's awesome. I bring it on. Bring it on.
Jay, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
Like, so just to give a little background with Jay, like when I started Aorta Hip Hop, when I started, which then turned into Nice Enough Entertainment, this is the reason right here. Jay was the first artist that back then we used to sign artists, which we got
True.
away from that. We
Yeah.
learned how to just be partners with things, which
Yep.
is the best, do things individually.
Right.
But Jay was the first one to be, I was like a fuckhead rapper, and then I started seeing the power in the young people and, wanting to work with them. And I was like, should I do this? And I was pretty much homeless. I was living at my brother's house. We were sitting in my minivan outside, and Jay's like, let's do this. And we had a couple ideas of a couple other people to bring in. And
Yep.
he became like the leader of that movement from the jump. Like he's like, the artist, like first of all, not many people can fucking hang with him when he raps. It was like I got a good eye for talent, and I was like, this motherfucker is ridiculous. Like
Right.
he I'll be honest, not to hurt any feelings out there, he's my favorite rapper in the world. Like
Okay.
I think his music is fucking incredible.
Yeah. Let's be real,
So
dude.
just to
People
give that
think
background to
it's
get here to where I'm at, what he went through, he lost his mom at a young age while he was going through learning how to be a leader and deal with the fakeness of the industry. We were getting out there on the road. We were dealing with some
Yeah.
disappointments with people around us. So
Yeah.
Jay went through that, like without being like a famous person's child or whatever. He had like that spotlight on him while he went through like some of the hardest times of his life. And I guess my question to you, Jay, is like, has it already been like a connecting point with fans that have been with you throughout the journey? And as you're getting more out there, like, that's going to be something that gravitates people towards you too.
Right.
Have you thought about how to like embrace the tragedy of losing your mom in such a public way? And,
Yeah.
like as a way to stay genuine, but also not make it, where you have to talk about it every fucking second of every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I haven't figured out a way to. Anything I write about is about that topic in particular right now. It's probably been like that for the past year and a half.
Right.
So I'm having a hard time putting music out in that regards because that's all it's about. And I already released a project about my mom. So
Beautiful project.
for sure. But I that was immediately after. That's processing grief. I still process grief every day. It's probably been a little over 4 years now. I want to put out another project like that, but going back to the topic of like, I don't want it to miss a bigger audience, or, I just don't know how to tap into that quite connectively, and not just like have 11 songs of me rapping for 4 minutes, but like no hooks or anything. Like I want there to be some like body to it, or just like a actual song rather than just like a freestyle or something like that.
And when you listen to the album that like was right after your mom passed, like there was not a lot of healing that had happened yet there
Right.
too, which a lot of people can relate to. But as you continue to tell your story, and like even Headspace that you just released, I believe is that the
Yep.
I sense some a healed human, a healed man
Yeah.
in that song more so, while still obviously working through things.
Yeah.
And I guess it's less of a question, more to point out to you as someone who believes in you. I caught that, and I want you to know, as you continue to put that out and build those bricks, I just feel like you're gonna, when you listen to it and you build on that, the strength that's gonna come from that is just gonna, it's just gonna build, bro. That momentum's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I agree. Thank you.
And I think you'll forever be able to connect with people. Losing people too soon is a very, a lot of us have been through it.
Yeah,
so don't
100%.
let that part go, man.
Right.
But without saying, I'll never say get over it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
No.
But I think you're doing such a beautiful job of telling your story, and I'm just really like, I listened to that song about 6 times. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot.
Even bad people love their mama.
Yeah.
You know
True.
what I mean?
This whole conversation is really inspiring to kind of try to lean those cogs into a moving position and try to start putting that stuff
Yeah.
out 100%.
I have learned how much sometimes we just need a push from somebody who cares, or somebody that is outside
Yeah.
of our head.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much stuff I hold myself back from because I listen to my damn self.
Right. I've always valued words of affirmation over $1, straight up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, after a certain amount of dollars, like shout out to those dollars, they're dollars. But
Sure.
words of affirmation for me have always been like, yo, you're killing it out here. Like, yo, I'm proud of you. Like, I'll fucking go move a mountain for you.
Your love language.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
I've never understood people that don't realize how, you know, I hate people that are like super positively fake nonstop,
Right.
you know, and I've been accused of that in my life, but I'm the same way. I love when someone's like, you're doing a good job, and
Right.
oh, like that helped me or anything. I'm like, okay, I want to do more of that.
Yeah.
You know, that gives me
True.
strength
Very
to where there's some people that go through their whole day, their whole life without ever thanking or giving good energy back. They just kind of fucking
Right.
like, it's just, I don't understand.
I don't get that
you
either.
know?
I love
It's-
making strangers smile or something like that. Simple as it is. Like at the store or something,
Yeah.
getting someone
Treat
a
people
cart for them.
decently.
I love making people happy.
So I was wearing this shirt the other day in a Walmart,
Uh-huh.
and I probably had 6 or 8 different people. Like I could see them make eye contact or shirt contact.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
look up and smile.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
So it was something I was like, damn, I am gonna have to say so.
We're getting pins made of those. Just 'cause I feel like pins are like forever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like so we're getting some of those that are glow in the dark.
Like pins, like put on the shirt pins.
Yeah,
Cool.
like glow in the dark that say it. So like in the venue, like I want that to be like a little like badge of decency, because we used to, even on some of the rowdiest shows, we'd have fights and I'd get up there and I'd be like, all right, motherfuckers, no more being tough guys. We don't need to do the tough
Right.
guy thing tonight. When I say treat people, y'all say decent. And like, it's so fun because all these assholes are saying it like all right, whatever.
Right.
You know, they were definitely going to fight before that. Like, but sometimes they still do.
Yeah, but it's a good push.
Yeah, no, I love it. I had a friend, a pretty smart friend, that he's like, hey, I love what you're doing. He's like, but you know that's not grammatically correct at all, right? And I was like, shut up. I already have shirts, bro. Like, you're late. You're late.
I love the nice enough entertainment, the decent dogs, and,
Yeah.
and the almost dope.
Yeah.
Like
I think the brand is very much on point. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean that like the brand is established and moving, and people know what Treat People Decent is and who like has started that movement. So
Appreciate that, man. You're a big part of that, man.
straight up, thank you.
It is cool to kind of hear that you were, I didn't know y'all went back that.
Oh yeah,
far.
yeah, absolutely.
It was, dude. So like, shout out first of all to all the old heads that gave me a chance and saw value in me. Like, but I was just like a fuckhead rapper hanging out with them. When I made that transition, it was because I seen the value in Jay and Finch and Marquise is Dead and Clayton,
Right.
and I just like, there's nothing I like. My whole thought process is like, we could flip the tables. No, like, no offense to all the dudes out here that I was doing before. Like, I think it's important to have a
Right.
foundation, but it was clicky as fuck. And we were just like,
100%.
I just remember walking in the room being like, why is that motherfucker in charge? And I don't know, walking in with Jay and these younger people just made me feel like I was building something rather than taking from something. And, I went from like rapping very regularly to just being totally happy building shows and helping these guys out.
Yeah.
That being said, I had no experience and no business being the lead of anything. These guys, we would load 6 rappers in my shitty van and drive to Des Moines or Sioux
Straight
Falls
up.
over and over. We just kept like, come back broke, like just.
Physically and mentally, like the van would we've lost many tires in this motherfucker.
But you had a good time.
Yeah, no. Those are memories that I cherish fondly. Straight up.
Jay co-headlined his own national tour, man. Like
Yep.
you can't control timelines on things, but he's still super young and has so much to learn, and I just can't wait to keep seeing the
Yeah.
story. And I feel like I've learned how to be a better partner too, and let people be themselves, and because I used to, Jay's a spicy motherfucker.
I'm a Capricorn type
every once
shit.
in a while, I'd have to get on Facebook. I'd be like, Jay, we can't do that. And
Right.
then you'll listen to a song way back there DJing, and he's like, "What's the line? You can't do that. Your leader. We need him to like you." And I'm like, "That's me. That's me." Like, he raps about me a little bit, but I love it. He's like,
Any rapper with a manager is definitely rapping about their manager.
absolutely.
Goddammit.
But most of them don't have to sit back there and DJ for you.
This is true.
We used to have this thing. We had shirts that say "Let him fucking rap" because in one of his songs, I used to yell that. I'm excited.
I could bring one of those in here. Is what I'll do.
I'm excitable as fuck. Like when there's times where he's just owning a fucking room, and I'm just back there. Let him fucking rap.
Those are that's my favorite part about it when everyone does that. I think that's why I still do about it.
It became a thing for a while to where like everyone would chant that shit, and it was
It
like
still happens to this day.
It's I don't know. I'm just so proud to see like I love seeing these guys to where it's like these motherfuckers can win. They can win. They can
Yeah.
Right.
beat the system. You know what I mean? Like they're fire. So
Yeah.
Jay's been a huge part of this Omaha music scene, and it seems like it's been forever, but man, he's still a young
Has been a
buck
long
out
time.
here, man.
Yeah.
True.
Well, to hear that you were writing the Rage album or whatever.
Yeah. Rate.
16 is crazy.
Yeah, is really when it started. 17, 18 is when it came out, and I met Strawstone before Rage. We promoted it together, so this had to have been 15, 16 when we linked up, probably.
Crazy.
To bring up that co-headlining tour he did, I'm just like, first of all, shout out to this guy. He hates my guts for good reason.
Yeah, we don't even need to get
I
say
won't even
this
say,
guy.
should I say his name?
Nah, we
I
don't
won't even say his
need
name,
to.
but he went out with a national artist that he was like real, like when I
It's
approached him,
cool
and said,
sometimes.
I'm like, I'm building this Jay Influential tour. I was like, but we have a little bit of a budget to where we could do like a cool split. Jay has momentum in the Midwest. We can do these other dates. And he was into it. And then when he got out there, he was just too cool for Jay, too cool for the guys that were with me. He thought he was this superstar. And Jay was selling more tickets every night than him. Like they were out there yelling, let him fucking rap,
True.
And, but Jay handled that like a fucking boss.
It was a learning experience, 100%.
It was for all of us. It was. I lost my ass on that tour. They made no money.
Maybe not the best time, but the memories,
the
memories that I do
experience.
cherish fondly.
I seen him laughing earlier, so I brought this back just so I can bring it up. Well, the budget was pretty small.
You still owe me?
We went to a very cheap hotel in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
like the
God,
cheapest
man.
of cheap hotels, and
I was.
we're talking not just one or two cigarette holes on the mattress, and like the
We had just got off a previous national tour before that, where I was under the impression that I was flying from Tennessee all the way up there. We were staying in like a super cool hotel, whatever. We pulled up, and it was definitely like a
it was the worst hotel I've ever seen in my life.
straight
It
the
was-
fuck up.
But
Surrounded by
Little
tent
Super
encampments type shit. It was.
it was like encamped by homeless around it. It was like rough, but I'll never forget. I'm like, there's him and Travis are sleeping in their full outfits because they don't want to
Sweatshirts on, shoes on.
And
Don't touch the
I
shit.
hear Straw. I'm like, what's up, Jay? And he goes, there's blood on the wall. And I'm like, go to sleep.
Their dead ass was. I moved that middle little nightstand thing out between the two queen beds to plug my phone in. There's blood down the wall. I was like, that's cool. Didn't even plug my phone in or nothing. I just went to bed.
So, Jay, I might have a little.
But
I
yeah,
added to the trauma a little bit.
and to think that you were doing that stuff so young. I mean,
Yeah.
You're 25 now, and
Right.
You guys are talking stories that seem like those are old stories.
Right, yeah.
He went out on the first King ISO tour too. Performed every single city.
Yeah.
So how old were you on the first tour?
So I was 21, and that was the spring right after my mom passed away. It's the only reason I really do remember that. But yeah, it was, I think 35 dates. I worked merch for every one of them, performed for every one of them. Shout out to those guys. That was a great experience I would not have gotten without any of those
Right,
dudes,
yeah.
including Strawstone mainly. So
That's dope.
He was an absolute killer those nights.
those are the memories I look fondest on of those nights. There were some funny ass fucking nights there.
Yes,
Stupid nights.
Straw's a fun guy.
Yeah.
None of us know what we were doing.
He keeps.
That was the first tour back post COVID, right?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, that was Group Therapy 1. And
Yep.
it was, we didn't know what we were doing. But we did it.
We did it
We
anyways,
did it.
and we
We
survived.
But yeah, Jay, I just bring that up too, like, because Jay's just been literally an integral part of everything I've done. I would not be on this side of the music without Jay. And, you could add like Clayton to that, and there's
Right.
there's always a few people that just really find a way to motivate. Forrest is one of those right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like that type of energy is like, oh, I mean, I could do a million things, but I'd rather do this,
Right.
And I've also there's been some things recently that have made me want to redirect back on the people that have been there for me from the jump. Obviously I'm the hot dog guy now too, but Nice Enough Entertainment kind of still has pretty good legs.
Right.
So and I've always said, like, as soon as like I feel like people think I'm taking more than I deserve, or it's like we're as soon as I'm the reason that somebody else wants to start a new company like I did, I'll go do something else. Like
Right.
I don't want to I don't host shows really anymore. Like I've learned to like really put myself in the background.
Yeah, but you brought a lot of talent the public.
Yeah.
100%.
And I love it. It's,
Yeah.
But when you got people like, Jay doesn't do a lot of hosting and stuff, but like people like Jay around me, it's like, hey, you know how to work a fucking like, I'm gonna be back here selling these Nathans, like,
Right.
and that's we talked about that from the jump about how it's like, let's build this, and I know I have a personality, but like I've always been wanting, like, let's put me back here
Right.
and we'll show how awesome everyone else is.
Yeah.
And, I'm thankful for guys like Jay around me because, man, and I still think we're gonna have some crazy moments.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
In my head, I see some huge crowds in his future.
It's definitely a team effort. You guys, obviously you have your side and you have yours as well. I mean, you guys work well.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, that's my guy for life.
Yeah.
We butt heads. That's there's no doubt to that whatsoever. But that's how you know you love somebody if you can butt heads with them.
I've always appreciated Straw because he's always been like shoots it straight.
100%, yeah.
Even the screwed up things that
Yep.
are,
Even if I'm not right.
yeah. Well, he sets you up for, hey, dude, this is what's probably going to happen.
Right.
Even
Yep.
if he knows you don't want to hear it, he'll tell it
Yeah.
to you, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you do need to hear that. Absolutely.
So he has talked me in and out of things and tried
Me
to
as
talk
well.
me out of things that I still committed to like an asshole. But
Yep.
I'm that guy too. I got
And then you learn you should have listened.
Yeah, but I also like to see what people are.
Yeah.
doing.
I got a very low win rate on those scenarios. Sometimes I'm like, yes, it's
Yeah.
actually worked for me. Yes.
Right. Well, it's all about the chances you take anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
I believe you should bet on people occasionally. to do the right thing and be good people.
And just see where it goes.
Yeah, and if you turn out to be the piece of shit, then we never work again.
Dude, going back to the psychology of like starting a forward-facing company with like these young people as my core group. With me, I'm realizing the power of bringing as many people in as possible. And, my whole thing was cool shit without borders. The same reason we needed to do this, let's make other people not feel this way. Well, there's a lot of assholes out there. And these guys have had their own experiences with different artists and inboxes being fucking weirdos or, mistreating them at shows, things that maybe I just didn't quite see. But so many, just to bring up like the point of like betting on people, so many times like Jay or Clay would be like, that dude's kind of a piece of shit. And I'd be like, I know, but like they're pretty dope on stage, and let's see what they do with this
Right.
one, and we still to this day, it's like I don't need everyone to be perfect, but it's dope to give a chance to people, and I feel
Agreed.
like as they're getting older, they're kind of getting that perspective a little more.
I always take great pride knowing that if someone reaches out to me like a newer artist and it's like, yo, I'm trying to get on a show or nothing, I don't ever hesitate to tell Straw. And Straw won't ever hesitate to reach out to that artist and put him on a show.
Shout out to Eddie North.
Yeah, I take great.
He's the one that had me.
I grew up with Eddie.
show.
Actually, I've known Eddie since like second
Eddie's
grade.
fire. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
my
he
guy.
isn't farther or bigger than he is too.
Give it
yeah.
time.
I was gonna say,
No,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
no,
like
no,
a
no.
slight
I know.
on
I
Eddie in any way.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
I'm surprised that people haven't just grabbed that up. I mean, he's good. He's talented.
The authenticity
Right.
is on the same level of Jay Influential. It doesn't surprise me. They've been friends their whole lives,
Right.
because that's what like I love that. I love when you can just tell someone, even if they're not right, you could tell that they believe in their perspective.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's growth. You can feel the growth in the like the older Eddie, just like the older Jay.
Right.
Like they got some things to figure out, and then that's what's fun about seeing them continue to make music and being like, okay, I feel where you're at now
Right.
too. So.
Yeah. No, we've had a lot of people in this room, and you can really tell a lot by the energy and just even the conversation. There are, I think look, there's Dakota Faye.
Love Dakota Faye.
Yeah.
Super
He
dope.
has a strong fan base. He connects with his people. I mean, he's out there, hugging everybody, and it is that type of person. I think you are
Yeah, yeah.
also, and I think the fans will.
Enjoy that.
They will lock in with you. I
100%.
think you
And new
put yourself
fans
out
will
there,
gravitate to
you
it.
Put yourself out there, and talk about the things, mom, and get that
Right.
Get that out of you. I think everybody's gonna just put their hooks in it, dude.
I agree. Just as another paralysis or analysis thing, just scary thing to do.
No,
That
I
is
get
scary,
it.
for
Well,
sure.
I'm over here every day talking like you just need to stop being a puss.
Right.
Like that's to me.
No.
you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
to me too, straight up.
So yeah, sometimes these guys got to give me a kick. It was DJ Doc that got me to separate my podcast Facebook from my Long Bus Short Thoughts, or the Five and Dime from Long Bus Short Thoughts. And
Right.
I thought about it for 2 months, and then he's like, just do it.
Just
dude."
do it.
Okay. It literally was the next day we started separating them. So
Right.
Yeah, something that needed to be done.
yeah, but I was
You zoom out a little bit and you realize,
Yeah.
there's different little things you can do to
Yeah.
make things more.
the technology scares me. I'm not a computer guy, or
That's
so
why we got Rob.
but it's I gotta understand it too. So it's I talk myself out being afraid of computer things a lot of the time, and but we're getting better at that. So
Yeah, now look at you.
yeah,
You know how to plug a mic in.
That's step one.
Yeah. I make CDs. But yeah. So you got anything you want to rock, Straw? We I know we just started Almost Dope.
Yeah, what's the what's
so
the
and I'll be getting some of that gear on all of you guys hopefully soon. But my partner and someone that's worked with Jay literally his whole career, Obscure Diamond, particularly Tyson from Obscure Diamond. He does all my artwork. We share all of our bad ideas. They're mostly mine. And we both have been talking about wanting to start like a version of like a t-shirt company and kind of tie in our brands as a way to build another like platform too off a brand, Yeah. And he's a great designer. I have the platforms. He has the customer base too. And so we're just going to start dropping some shirts. And we did our first drop, which is now not available, but our plan is to like partner with people like Jay Influential, or even like you guys at the podcast, different businesses. Also, we got the platform now. Like, let's say something happens to somebody in the community too. We would love to be able to quickly put up a shirt to raise money and help people out in that
Right.
way
Yeah,
too.
sure.
It's kind of the thing to where we got the music, we got the stages, we got the hot dog cart, we have these social media like networks that we've built. Now it's like, okay, how can we like turn that into a brand that's feasible to like wrap it all together
Yeah.
pretty much. And that's kind of what it's supposed to do, is just kind of wrap up all the things we're doing and make it a fun thing. So the Treat People Decent shirts, that's literally where what made me want to do it, because so many people, I've seen how that resonates with people.
Right.
And it made me want to get that on everybody. And just kind of find a way, like, and I don't know if this is okay for me to say, but it'd be nice to make some fucking money. You know what I mean? Like,
Straight up.
like,
That is okay to say,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So
Say it twice.
we got some great ideas. We got some great, to get off the nice guy shit. Like we got some great designs. We got some great ideas and ways to partner to make artists some money too. So
Right.
the whole, tariffs and shit fuck things up a lot when it comes to merch and when it comes to a lot of things small business wise. But I feel like the way we're doing it with the pre-sales, it's low risk. I could, let's say Jay's not getting any hail damage and he's struggling just to, stay in the studio and keep a roof over his head. We could do a pre-sale shirt and I might be able to help fund his next album,
Yeah.
And that's by knowing what we're doing. I've done the drop shipping stuff now quite a few times. Connections to a really good supplier now that's really quick too, to where we don't even have minimum. So if I put up a pre-sale, it ain't like he's got to be like, oh God, I'm stuck with a $600 order. No, we just didn't make as much as we could have,
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's what Almost Dope is doing. But we're also tying ourselves into some blogs and vlogs, and to be highlighting different podcasts, different shows that aren't nice enough shows. I'm actually a new author. I can't give the name yet, but I'm going to be contributing to a magazine soon.
Sweet.
That I'm not putting together. They hit me up to be a contributor. And I'm like, okay, cool. That saves me part of what I'm doing with my website. So I'm going to link that to them. And so, yeah, that was a lot of words to not really explain a lot, but we're excited, man.
Hell yeah.
It's, you're going to see some really awesome WNBA shirts coming your way soon. From Almost Dope.
That's what's up.
But Glizzy Fest announcement coming soon, by the way.
Yeah.
So I believe Jay Influential will be part of that this year.
Yep.
And we're gonna be the world's premier hot dog core mixed genre music festival once again.
Yeah, dude. Sponsoring the next Nathan's hot dog eating. We're gonna start doing it in fucking Christmas. I don't know, fucking, you start putting that shit on.
Right.
So like 27, 28, taking the Glizzy Fest National or what, bro? Hot dog cart. and everything?
Honestly, there might end up being an out of town Glizzy Fest next fall.
Yeah.
I'm in talks with a few different markets that
Be
would
cool.
love to do it, and I'm actually upgrading the cart this week and can bring it on the highway now. So yeah, we're gonna go. We love the hot dog cart. The hot dog cart goes back to the finding a way. So people that do this for a long time, they realize, well, fuck, there's no money in live music. So like you gotta really love it. Well, the hot dog cart gives me a way to be more fair, to be able to stay and keep our prices low without having to fucking, be like, okay, now artists, for local shows, artists always get 50% until we break even. Then we talk about splitting even any profit up after that. Well, with the hot dog cart, a couple times now, I've been able to say, hey, the room costs this much. You guys keep 100% after that. I've done it like 3 times now because I know I'm going to make a couple $100 at the cart. And that's a good fucking feeling.
Yeah.
And it's really cool too for these young people that come up and want to do our shows to say, yeah, I have a show tonight. I'll be the guy at the hot dog cart. Like I don't want people coming with their fucking egos. Like I'll talk to you in the middle of making pizza dogs and we can see what we can do.
Right.
So I just don't. I still just. I'm old school. I believe in hard work.
Well, it's a pain in the ass to work with an ego.
Dude,
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do that a lot in your business.
Yeah, so it's
And I guess we have too. There's a lot of people coming in.
yeah.
But I feel for the most part, man, everybody's been kind of humble.
It's okay to have a healthy confidence,
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? If you're creative, like you're a badass in my books already. Like it's fucking hard. You could just go and play video games, go to your job, like have sex with your lady, smoke your drugs. Like that's a pretty okay life.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's like. And it is Sunday, so I plan on doing all of those things at some point, guys. But,
Fuck church. We're going this.
He's like, sign me up. Yeah.
also, Otis. After that, Otis Julius tour. Sorry, Otis. Gosh, I'm trying so hard. I'll do better.
The Otis hat.
Oh, nice. I love that with the mullet on it,
with the
too.
mullet
That's
on it, yeah.
lit. But me and Otis are going on tour with Chris Webby in October.
Yeah.
Going to be Almost Dope is sponsoring a bunch of those shows too, so I'm tying that into it as well. Seeing Otis and Chris Webby together every night is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
I might do a behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. So like it's going to be awesome.
Oh, right. You use my meta glasses for.
I'm
Right.
saying, man, it's there's going to be some things to see there. So, but yeah, this is the era of doubling down on the people that actually believe in you back and the people that want to put in work.
Yeah.
You know what? Like sometimes you're at the cool kids table without realizing it, but I don't want to be at the cool kids table. I want to hang out with the people I believe in. I want to do cool shit. I want to treat people decent. The people around me, if I'm fucking up, I want them to tell me. I don't want to. And same with me. I'm going to say it too. I want to be able to speak my mind.
Right.
So, I feel like Omaha and the Midwest has a lot of really incredible people, and those are the people I just want to keep seeing what I can do with.
Yeah.
Why
You do a good job.
Thanks.
Agreed.
the Omaha has kind of shown up for us too. So I had 100 people tell me it was a bad idea to try to start the CD biz.
I was one of them.
He was like, dude, it's kind of going away. Everything's digital, and I am special education, and I knew there was a chance that I could kind of maybe help some of these guys locally get their product.
That was the end of the conversation for us. I'm like, all right, you know what you're doing. This.
And I'm like, and maybe make a couple bucks, just to help fund
Right.
this.
Right.
And Triller was cool enough to loan me the album to kind of make a couple copies, so we figured out the machine. And when I talked to AJ the Dread about buying the machine, he was like, if you do it, I'll be the first one in your door. And he was here with, a double album and a single album.
Yeah.
And literally the first paying customer for it. And, we had Juju the Mystic pop in, the next day. And
I love Juju.
Yeah.
Good dude. It's a solid dude.
And
Super.
Juju was like, you're
You
in
can
Omaha?
catch him September 12th at the waiting room for Legendary.
Yeah, sorry. No, shout
I think this will be out that week.
Juju's coming in here. I think
Is it
next
before?
week.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, and we're going to sit down and go live for it. I think.
Shout out to
Sweet.
Juju. There's so many awesome young people out there. He's another one. Juju's. I'm not gonna say he's difficult, but man, he's somebody that has a voice and he's got some things to say. Like he doesn't really fit in a box, and I love that. I've had to learn how to work with him, just like he's had to learn to work with me.
He came, brought his music in and his art, and sat with us for an hour and a half, dude. Great dude.
great dude, great family. His dad's a wonderful, supportive human being. His brother's one of the most talented people I ever met in my life. Dude, he's awesome.
But I said all that to say my stupid decision, Omaha. Thanks for backing me on that.
Yeah.
We have been, the orders have been coming in, and we're gonna actually make our first DVDs next week. And we got some more videos,
I love it.
some more CDs locked in. So
I think it's just going to keep coming.
You gonna reach out to the porn industry?
Not a bad move.
might film my own.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You,
well,
you and your boyfriend?
I've seen this episode.
I did. My
Just
new
getting started.
My new camera comes Wednesday.
Right.
So yeah, well, Jay, dude, thanks a ton for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
This was dope.
Appreciate it.
Justin, as always,
Of
bro.
course, man.
Yeah,
Keep
love you
making
guys.
music, Jay. Keep
Yes.
doing it, man.
We're trying.
And at
We're
your
gonna
own
keep
time.
going.
There's no timelines for this shit.
This is true.
Yeah, and I know you're struggling with your own self doubts and all that
Yep.
shit, bro. And I know it ain't easy to get through.
Yeah.
Keep the course. Keep the faith.
Thanks,
If you
guys.
need somebody to tell you how awesome you are, bro, just hit us up.
Shout out. Okay.
Trust in
Thanks,
the
guys.
process.
Yeah, buddy.
Go listen to this kid's whole catalog. by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And then send me a message at like the middle of the night and just be like, Straw, you're right. He's literally the fucking best. So
Well, I'm telling you, the
Challenge
Wolf Review
accepted.
gave me chills turning it on. So I
Yeah.
would suggest tapping it.
I'm gonna play it on the way home. I haven't left to do it in a couple
go
days.
listen to No IV.
Yeah. Shout out to classics.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hell yeah! Well, all right,
And
boy.
buy some hard copy CDs from these guys. man.
Yep.
They're caring about their quality. I just looked at everything. They're fucking great. I would pick that up from a merch table and I would purchase that. So,
You told me, dude, if you're gonna do this, it has to be professional.
100%.
Yep.
And
We've seen it
100%.
done half-assed before.
Yep,
and
we have.
You cannot do that. And you did it, dude. You did it. You have a great product, and it's going to be a good thing, man.
Yep.
So, and keep making these episodes, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a grind. The podcast grind is crazy, but keep that shit up, man.
so I mean, you know,
Let's be honest, this is
we
the
appreciate
best
that.
day of the week for
Yeah,
us.
I love coming to
Weird. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
This is sitting around with the boys and just talking. I mean, even if we didn't film, this
Just
would
even-
still be the
Yeah,
therapy.
even just being able to get together, all of us putting aside the time, even just to see each other and talk to each other,
Yeah.
Tell you guys some crazy stories that happened this week,
Right. That's
I
usually
fucking-
Steve.
I love coming
Go
in.
back and watch some episodes, everybody. If you're seeing this, go watch some of those back episodes. When that helps their whole algorithm. So
Absolutely.
even if you want to just put an episode on in the background or before you
Right.
go to bed or something,
Yeah.
that might end up getting this podcast in somebody else's algorithm. So
Yeah.
I'll be the guy to say it. Push these guys a little more, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I was a little nervous coming on here, but I thought this was super fun. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
appreciate you. Yeah, we had a pretty dope interview yesterday
Good.
with Gringo, and then it was one of those I was nervous for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mad nervous.
When they got big, I didn't even know he had a following like he did when I was
Right.
initially inviting him to the podcast. It was like 4 or 5 days ago. I looked at his following and was like, oh, right, he's got 100,000 Facebook people. Like,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
then the nerves were like,
Never a reason to be nervous.
yeah,
Right.
Like, it's just those are just numbers. Those are just social media
He was
stats.
super cool.
He's gonna see, people are gonna see the value in you guys right back.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like he got, he should have been just as excited. I bet he was. So
Yeah.
this is a good thing, man.
Yeah, and he is talking about an Omaha show at some point. So
Oh shit.
we'll see how that shakes out.
Well, if he ever needed my help, I'll even help him get a room. Don't even got to put a logo on a flyer. Not that he don't have his own connections, but
Yeah.
Ringo's a good dude, man.
Yeah,
He's
no,
solid.
I told him,
Yep.
and I was like, I got a couple buddies in town that are promoters and can make things happen. If you need that assistance, I will make that connection. So
Yep.
you're always on my good people to work with list.
It's
So.
important that we can, people like him keep venues alive because he has real fan bases.
Right.
In a world to where TikTokers are trying to tour places they've never been and get treated like superstars. Guys like Gringo have been out here grinding it in these markets for 15, 20 years. And,
Right.
Same with Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same with Jay. There's a class of underground that deserves the shine, and I love seeing it happen.
I'm telling you,
And you provide a lot of that.
I'm happy to play a role.
Yeah.
So that's,
I leaned up against a wall and watched that dude, work the merch table. I'd only ever seen a merch line longer one time. It was pretty dope.
I love seeing that.
Yeah. So I mean, you keep connecting with your people. You're gonna have that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one. Yes, sir.
Run it.
Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye.